I was sexually assaulted in this house, not by these people. I don't know these people. What happened to me happened years ago. It's a normal house in a normal street across the road from a park. But when I first came to Mount Gambier, I was renting a room out of this house from a colleague of mine from the ambulance service. And I came out of the shower one night and I was in my pajamas and I was sitting in the living room watching TV. And he came over to me and started groping me and more. And it was gross and disgusting. And because I was on a couple of days off, we work shift work, I was on days off, I messaged my team leader, and arranged to meet up with her outside of work before having to go back in to tell her what had happened. And she sat with me and she told me not to go to the police, that she would take care of everything. She would get HR involved and she would talk to the operations manager and that I would be protected. I believed her. I believed what she was telling me. But when I tell you that nothing happened, imagine nothing happening, but less than that, because what really did happen was we were still rostered on to shifts with each other, and the workplace actually started blaming me for causing operational disruptions for not wanting to be with this predator. And there were plenty of people in the workplace that knew what had happened because they'd also seen it. We'd all talked about it, but nobody stood with me when the workplace was pushing me out and blaming me for this. And it cost them all a great deal. My point to this is that there are awful, horrible people who go to work in good jobs but do terrible things. I've always stood up to bullies. It doesn't matter what their job title is or who they are. And sometimes the people who we should have been able to rely on to protect us are the people we need protection from. And of course, they don't appreciate this kind of directness. Management don't, unions don't, politicians certainly don't, because when you are direct and true, it's hard for them to spin it and it forces them to be accountable. I'm not politically correct because the current state of politics isn't correct. The people currently setting the standards have no standards themselves. And we have to be more intolerant towards the uselessness of many of the people in power. I have no respect for people in power who can do more but constantly choose to do less. Councils are more heavily run by the administration than you probably think. The CEO, the executive, the staff are meant to be led by your elected representatives, yet it is the administration who is leading the elected members. You need someone who you know will not roll over, someone who has proven that they've had your back all along, and someone whose only interest this whole time is to see you get ahead. I don't want to be your leader. I want to lead a council that can exceed your expectations. It doesn't matter if my voice shakes or if I get anxious. What matters is I turn up where they don't want me. And with your help, they won't be able to stop me.